Things were tough for Elena in a lot of ways. She had to overcome a lot of things that most people never think about and take for granted. And so for her to come out of, the trauma that we talked about, going from the hospital to the orphanage, having feet removed, becoming, acquainted with a family, what's it mean to have your own dress and hair ribbon and a dog and brothers and mom and dad and all these kind of things, new food, new language, new culture, and then come out of it as well as she has is amazing, and something that we're all super grateful for. And that doesn't mean we aren't aware of the difficult things, but as we've told Elena, even if you never walked, we would still go around the world to get you again. So there we go.
Hi, my name is Elena Evans, and I was born in Russia, and I was also born with a birth defect called longitudinal deficiency of the tibia, which left me with no hope of ever walking. And this is my story. Due to being born with a birth defect, I was put in an orphanage, and at age 3.5, I came face to face with my new parents and embarked on a journey to the United States.
Lon and I had thought about adopting from way back in college when we were dating. We had talked about a future family and what that could look like, and adoption was always sort of on the table as an option.
It was important to us that it wasn't like a shopping experience, but we were waiting for someone that we maybe felt called to pursue, and that wasn't happening. And then we sat down together, and after realizing separately that we both had been interested in adopting a child with special needs.
We had considered Latin America, but then we kept hearing about people who had adopted from Russia. Just over and over again, Russia kept coming up. And in September of 2000, this gal had mentioned Elena to my aunt and said, there's this little girl in Russia who needs a home. She can't walk. This is her situation. And my aunt asked if Lon and I had considered adopting a child. And she didn't know that we had been praying about it, considering it, talking about it very seriously at the time. So it was really, that felt like a sign to us that we should move forward. So then we learned a little bit about Elena, where she was in Russia, how we might find her, and we started to move forward from there.
Just a few months after coming home to Minnesota and adapting to just all the new in my life, which, that alone was overwhelming. I would need surgery to give me the ability to walk, to correct my disability. Before I even moved here, my parents got connected with Shriners Children's.
We were able to go over there, and they helped equip us, but also Elena's brothers, by showing them bags of prosthetic arms and legs, so it wasn't going to be a big shock when Elena came home and is fitted and that type of thing. So they did a good job of prepping us as a family.
So a few months after adoption and after coming home, I did go through that surgery, a couple surgeries through Shriners to amputate my legs, and was fit for my first set of prosthetics a few months after that. Going through such a large procedure, such as amputation of both legs, and really how that would change my life going forward, it was just profound. And I remember being told, I just took it head on and was determined. And I said, yeah, I want to walk. Yeah, I want to play. I want to play soccer and play with my brothers. And I think I was just a determined little girl.
Everything was different for her. And so she had to relearn what life is like. She showed so much determination and commitment to what it was going to take. She was quite a phenomenal little girl. To go through that, to learn how to walk, to have to heal as long as she had to heal before she could wear her legs. Processes that we all went through as we got to know what it's like to be a family with the 5 of us. And I think our church was a huge part of experience in the way they came alongside us and loved us, and how we felt God's peace through the whole thing.
Growing up, with school, with sports, all these different settings, I wasn't with other amputees. Being able to go to Camp Achieve at Shriners and to be around other kids with a similar diagnosis, that helped me just jump into sports. I fell in love with sports. I don't know why, but I think it's in my blood. And yeah, it became really a vehicle for me and an equalizer, and a great place for me to just feel a part of something.
Playing boys hockey, then girls hockey, boys baseball, girls softball, and then going through the halls at school with those very same kids. And I'm not surprised that that's an arena, so to speak, where Elena would like to give back, because she knows the power of it. She experienced that and really wants to do things to help other people.
Her passion for inclusion and all people being accepted as who they are and how they're made. I'm just really excited to see where she's going to go in the future. And I think being associated with organizations like Wiggle Your Toes is a perfect fit for her.
I met Erin through a Shriners connection, actually. I was invited to one of the golf clinics. That was the first time I ever saw that many amputees at once, and that was just cool to be a part of. People who are different, especially visibly, noticeably different, we shy away from that a lot, and so I just want to be on the other end of that and celebrate those people and embrace them, and Wiggles does such a good job at that.
Folks like Erin and everybody involved at Wiggles that really are advocates and pioneers for people with limb loss and are involved in creating opportunities and making life as normal as they can. And there's no question it's been really empowering for Elena.
Wiggle Your Toes has allowed me to meet people I never thought I'd meet. Paralympic athletes, phenomenal people, Mark Mann, Noah Elliott, Courtney Godfrey, these people who are public facing, who are out embracing who they are and overcoming a lot is inspiring to be around, and I want to be around that. I want to be that person for somebody someday too, and so Wiggle Your Toes has given me that community of just inspiring people, and I'm so grateful for that.